Austin Peay head coach Scotty Walden, the Governors, coming off their open date. They will be back in action. They're going to have the Battle of the Border against Murray State Saturday afternoon. So, Coach, we'll talk a little about your team, your opportunity week you had last week, and then heading into this matchup.
Yeah, Kyle, good to see you, man. Opportunity week last week for us, was I thought it was much needed, and it came at I feel like for us came at a really good time. Obviously, I think our guys just needed to. We needed to slow down a little bit and get good work in. I thought we got great work in. I thought our guys. I've been a part of some opportunity weeks where guys will kind of check out, if you will, kind of just go through the motions, but I was really, really proud of our football team. I thought we came out and I thought we hit the ground hard and we practiced hard and we got it. We got some things corrected that we needed to get corrected. We really slowed down, and offensively, defensively, and defensively, we identified about 3 focus points that we needed to get better at on each side. And then everything we did on the field just correlated to that. And on the film, that was what drove our film sessions. And we tried to get as specific as we could. And I thought we addressed a lot of things that have been hurting us the past few games. And I think that was a really, really good week to spark competition in some spots. Not only just correcting fundamentals, but also getting different guys some looks and reps and seeing if I think the best thing to do is always create competition, and guys always get better when you have competition. So I thought that was really good, and I was really pleased coming off. At the end of the week, gave them a little time off. And I thought that was much needed, especially in this climate we're in, playing in the spring. And I know everybody's dealing with this, but playing in the spring and, summer, our guys were here all summer working out, working hard. And then, in fall camp, which we had a really physical, really hard fall camp. And it was, like I said, our staff's first one with these guys. And so we went at it pretty good. And so I think as we hit that mid swing of the season, mentally, not as much physically, but really mentally, I feel like, we were kind of drained there. So I think giving our guys some time off was really good. Came back Sunday night, had a great practice. And then this morning, Monday was our off day. Tuesday morning, we just got after it. And I feel like our guys are flying around. They're playing a lot faster and they look fresher. And so I'm really excited. I was watching college football on Saturday and it just felt weird sitting at the house not playing. It's kind of a weird deal. So, and our players, I think, felt the same way. They're ready to get back out there. And obviously, we got a great opponent this week, a rivalry game. They're a great football team. And so we're going to have to play our A game.
Thanks, Coach. Anybody has questions for Coach? Let me know down in the chat. I'll call on you. I think you referenced this last week about the week, but what is it that you said slows down? What do you have more time to do in an open date and work on that you don't normally because you're so focused maybe a little bit on your opponent in that game 3 or 4 days away? What's the biggest thing that you can do that you don't normally have time for?
Well, I would say this, like just the time that you get when you're not having to prepare a game plan for an opposing team, and we try, one big philosophy we have in our program is we want to keep the focus on us. And so we don't spend, just a ton of time of, we're not going to sit there and watch 2 hours of film on the opponent. I mean, we're going to probably, we usually use the 80-20 rule is we're going to watch 80% of us, 20% of them, because it's all about us getting better. And when we get better fundamentally, whatever schematic we got, whatever it is going to be better against our opponent, because especially at this point in the year, everybody knows what everybody's doing. I mean, there's going to be a few wrinkles, a few things, but it's about how good can we get at what we do. And so to answer your question, Kyle, we don't have that time where we have to go over scouting reports, go over, third down, red zone situations and what they're going to do, what their personnel is, so you take off all that time and you supplement it with, hey, now as opposed to me having to do maybe one of our look teams, giving us a look on what so-and-so does, now we can slow down and we can get back to just an indie period of, hey, we can go back and everybody gets some indie time together, to where they get with their coach, slow down, and let's talk about stance. Let's make sure our stance is right. Let's make sure our first step is right. And we can slow it down and get all those things in that you normally don't get. I feel like in a week where you got to get your game plan in, you got to get the reps at it, you got to get the film of it. And so we had a lot more time to slow down, dial back, and to get that done.
So you mentioned the word, it's a rivalry with Murray State. The spring game, April 3rd, was your first taste of that. Field goal at the end of the game, you all won the game. 55 meetings between the teams all time, or this is the 55th. So what have you learned in that one matchup about how important this game is? Fans want to beat the opponent and everything, and just what goes into an Austin Peay Murray game.
Yeah, I mean, it's since I've gotten here, I always joke, like when I first got the job at Austin Peay, a bunch of people were telling me, hey, we just don't lose to that team up north, and I'm like, man, okay, this is, and I saw some deals laying around the building and they wouldn't even spell their name out. And I'm like, man, this is for real. Then I did my research and then got a true glimpse of it when we played them. And I was like, man, this is different. This feels like a rivalry game. The intensity level, and that's great for college football. I think it's one of the greatest rivalries in the OVC. I really do. I think it's right up there with any of them. I think it's a competitive deal. And I want to be clear. We have the utmost respect, even though it's a rivalry. Man, Dean Hood is as good as they come, man. I mean, he's good as they come. I know him through, a couple other connections in the business, just coaching circles. And I got the utmost respect for him and his program. I mean, they're physical. They play hard. They're sound. They don't beat themselves, and they do it the right way, just like we're trying to do it. We're trying to build this program the right way and doing things with integrity and doing things consistently on a day-to-day basis. And I know that's what he's doing over there too. And so it's a fun matchup. And I thought that game in the spring was just, I mean, you could have flipped a coin at the end, man. I mean, it was just unbelievable. Both teams competed at a high level, and there was a new energy. And I thought that was great, but it's a big game for us, regardless who we're playing, because it's the next one. And that's what, we're not spending a lot of time in our building talking about how big the rivalry is and all this stuff. I mean, our guys know. I mean, they know that this is a rivalry game. This is just a very important game for us because it's the next one, and we want to come out, play well. We want to come back, get back on track. And I think our guys are ready to do that, and they're excited to get out and get to play in a great environment and get to play a big-time ball game.
Murray, their quarterback got injured. They put in a redshirt freshman. About playing a young quarterback, and then they won at the buzzer. So can you speak to that of like getting some? They're down big and they get some momentum coming into the game by winning at the horn.
Man, no doubt. I thought I watched that whole game on the live stream, and man, their perseverance and resilience was awesome to see. And DJ Williams, that quarterback they put in, is he's lights out. I think he won them the game. I really do. He dropped back and he didn't have anything. And for a young guy that, his first career start, I thought what struck me was his poise. He was going through his progressions in the pocket and he didn't have anything. He stayed, and then last second got around the end and took off and had some big time scrambles, I thought, there at the end that set him up for that game winning field goal. And he's a guy we're going to have to contain. I mean, he's a really good player. He can beat you with his arm and his legs, and we're going to have to do a great job of corralling him because he's dangerous. And right now they're playing with a lot of momentum. They certainly probably have a lot of confidence, but I think it's when you play a young guy, they've kind of changed their offense a little bit too, in terms of just, now I think they've opened it up a little more for him, and they make it dangerous, and playing a young guy like him who's got a lot of confidence is a dangerous deal. So we're going to have to play really well. And like I said, we're going to have to play our A game and play Austin Peay State Governor football.
Well, Coach, thanks for your time this morning. Best of luck in that matchup. We'll talk to you right here again next Tuesday.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me.